Have you seen the news earlier this year about the poisoning case in Australia, where a woman used Amenophyloides, the death cap mushroom, to poison her family members? Welcome to the first episode of Fungal Friday. I'm Danny Wong. I'm experimenting with short YouTube videos to share recent and interesting research on fungi. And today we are going to explore a little bit on death caps biology. Hope you will like it. Poisoning with Amenophyloides is nothing new. The death caps have been used throughout the history, involving in assassination of multiple historical figures. But what's new is that this might be one of the first intentional poisoning cases involving death caps outside of their native European range. Indeed, death caps are originally native to Europe, but got spread to different continents, including America, Australia, and Africa. During my PhD, I studied the introduced population of death caps in California by investigating their genomes. Unexpectedly, we found two different kinds of mushrooms, or death caps, one with two copies of its genome and another with only one. In humans and most mushrooms, we carry two copies of our genome, one from each parent. But in California, it seems like there are some death caps with an alternative mode of sexual reproduction, which only needs one parent. Hence, there's only one copy of its genome. Traditionally, we would assume a single species would have a single mode of sexual reproduction. But these two types of death caps morphologically look very similar to each other. To confirm if they belong to the same species, we tested whether the weird death caps could still mate with the normal death caps using kinship analysis. It turns out that they can interbreed, meaning that they should belong to the same species. Also, based on the genomic signatures, at least one individual may have been alive for a shockingly long time, at least for 30 years. We think that this flexibility in reproductive mode, being able to reproduce alone or with others, is a major advantage in biological invasions. In a new habitat, it's hard to find a mate. If a fungus needs two compatible individuals to reproduce, it might fail to establish. But if it can reproduce on its own, it can persist and then mate when new introductions arrive later. This idea has been well studied in invasive plants, but in fungi, we are just beginning to understand how important it could be. With that, thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you next week.